gamers, we're back again with another video.
This time we're gonna be doing story time because goddamn did you guys ask for it.
Oh my god.
So many views. God, I had like what, like 4,000 views on the story and like 2,000 and something votes for yes, and then there was, you know, there's those like 14 people that want to say no. So even then they were saying no, it was still like, yeah, but it was still like a 96% to like a 4% difference, something like that. It was crazy though. I was like, what is going on? You know, everyone was just
I
like,
was shocked.
Yes, yes. I was like, you know what?
Like I thought there was gonna be a few people who wanted to see it, because a lot of people's asked me over the years, like, why don't we post each other? Yeah. Like, you guys been going out for what, 5 years and nobody really knew we're going
Almost
out.
5. Not like another month.
Whatever, right? Anyway. But,
no, but it makes sense though. Like now that I think about it, it makes sense. Like people would definitely want to know, like, where were we? You know, it's been 5 years, and like after 5 years, we finally started posting each other, and now we're like all this, and everybody be like, oh, you guys are so cute together. Like we could have been doing this 5 years ago, but there's a story to that, and that's what we're gonna tell you guys today. We'll take you back from the start, from like.
So wait, no. So you guys know that we went to high school together. We got together senior year.
This we said and get to know us. Well, we're gonna do another story time after this, and we'll really go into the details of when we first like how we met, like how we fell in love, who said I love you first, all that. Another video. Right? I think she's giving it away, right?
Oh,
but
God.
all that we'll say in another video. But for this video, we'll start from the day her dad found out we were going out, because her dad found out before my parents, so that was like a pretty crazy thing. Like when her dad found out, and the way he found out was crazy.
It's your fault too.
It was my fault he found out. So look, she wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend. I wasn't allowed to have a girlfriend. I'm Packy. We can't have girlfriends. It is strictly forbidden for me to have a girlfriend, right? She can have a boyfriend. Her father was just a very hard ass. He refused to let her have a boyfriend, right?
Oh my god, the thought of a boy being around me,
he would get mad.
Who's that?
Yo, you should have seen, like, in the beginning, like, before he didn't know I was going out with her, I would be, like, walking with her, or, like, standing in front of the school with her, waiting for her father to pick me up. Yeah, because
my dad used to pick me up.
Yeah, so I would wait for her father, and he'd be like, who is that kid? Who is that boy? And
yo, he would dead call him names. Not even like, he would call him like extreme mean. He's like, what are you doing with him?
Yeah, you know, all the time.
What was the other one he said? There was some other one.
I know which one. I know there's one. Okay, so there was that, right? And he would be like, oh, who is that boy? Da da da, all this crap, right? And then there was this one day we cut 8th period and we went to the pizzeria. We wasn't even doing nothing bad. We just went to the pizzeria and we was coming back. And apparently,
wait, when you say cut, it was only one period. It was literally ninth period. I wasn't
to go to ninth period, and we went to John Adams High School. No one wants to go to ninth period freaking art class. So we went to the pizzeria. On the way back, her father was like, "Where were you?" Da da da. He saw us together, and she was like, "I'm just her friend, right?" You know, he's like this type. I don't want to get into like what type of guy he is, but like he really, you know what he said? He told her, "Why is he grinning at me?" Like.
He dead thought he was grinning at him.
Grinning.
Mind you, he was like kind of scared.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I'm scared of you, big dude. You know, why would I grin at you? You know, I wasn't even doing nothing. I was just walking, and he was like, "Oh, I don't like the way he's grinning at me. He's grinning at me like he has my daughter or something."
Oh,
like
you know what was even more funny? What? He was like, "Oh, with that ugly teeth grin of his."
Yeah, ugly teeth, bad smile.
I was laughing because that's one thing.
That's like far from the truth.
Yeah, everybody compliments his smile.
Yeah, my smile, my teeth, and he was the only one. Oh, that better not be the boy you go to prom with. He has a bad smile. His teeth are messed up. Where they messed up? Where they messed up? I don't know where they messed up. So that was that, you know. So that was but he didn't know we were going out. The way he figured it out was insane.
My dad and him had the same barber. Like,
isn't that some shit?
It's like some crazy thing, whatever. But I think
her whole family.
I think it's because we live close to each other. That's why.
She's like 20 blocks away from me though. So it's like I can have a different barber, but we deadass went to the barber like met us right in the middle. Like if you travel 50% of my house from here and you travel 50%, there was our barber. Rest in peace though, he died. His name was Danny. He was a great barber. He passed away. R.I.P. But so we had the same barber, which mind boggled me. And you know, if you don't know, ladies, this is for the ladies, and all the guys that are watching, you know this is true. We tell our barbers everything.
which I think is the most stupid, idiotic thing you can possibly do.
When you're sitting on the chair, think about it. We sit there for like 45 minutes, especially.
And girls sit there for longer, so this would be like there for hours.
You guys chat up a storm too.
Yeah, we don't chat.
But you guys only go to the salon like once every 2 or 3 months. I'm there every 2 weeks. Like I literally get a haircut every 2 weeks. I never miss my deadline. You know, every 2 weeks I go. So I'm there. And we're always talking. We were always talking. He was like, "Oh, Andy, when are you gonna get a girlfriend?" Da da, you know. Da. And then when I got a girlfriend, he asked me, "When are you gonna get a girlfriend?" I was like, "Yo, I got one." And then I told her about it, right? And I'm telling you, he's like, you know, he said, "Hold up, does she have like 8 siblings?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Yeah, she has like 8 siblings."
Mind-boggling thing, right?
Yeah. And then he was like, "Is her father's name Ed Big Guy?" I was like, yeah. And he was like, her father gets a haircut here, the whole family gets a haircut here. I was like, no fucking way, bro. Like, that is crazy. And then I told him about it, and then I was like, yo, you better not, don't say nothing to him, because he's crazy. Don't say nothing to her father.
He's the type to like be like, you going out with my daughter, huh?
Yeah, and she still said something to him. He comes in like 2 or 3 weeks right after I told him, like 2 weeks after he comes in, and he tells him everything. Oh, you know, you should really let your daughter have a boyfriend. And the guy she's talking to is a good guy, and Ed's like, who? Who's this good guy? You know, because Danny is a good guy. You know, he was good. He was trying to do something good for me. Ill intentions, yeah, no bad. You know? He was just trying to do something good for me, because I was telling him like I'm not allowed to go over. You know, we have to sneak around. And he was like, it shouldn't be like that. So he was telling her like I'm a good guy, but he was like you know that Bill Cosby. Who's that good guy? You know, who's that good guy? And he told him about me. And boy, now I'll let her tell you what he did when he got inside the house, because he went home in a fury.
Yeah, like he literally came in the room and he was like, I was laying on the bed too. And he like he pulled me out, he said, "Oi." Oh, sorry.
Oi.
I'm trying to be like showing it visual and everything. He like pulled me by my shirt. He was like, "What is this that I hear that you're going out with?"
Yo, he dragged her out the
a boy, all this stuff, and he was like, "Are you kidding me? There's no boyfriend." Okay, so then he dragged me by my shirt, right? He was like, "Oh, you can't have a boyfriend, this, that." He's like, "What do I hear? And how do I hear this from my barber of all people?" And I was just, in my head, my wheels are turning, and I'm like, barber, like, boyfriend. I was like, what the hell's happening?
It's insane, because I told her like 2 days before, and I told Danny everything, and she was like, "Oh, why would you do that? You're so stupid."
Yeah, like I had a feeling it was coming, but at the same time I was like, maybe he won't say nothing.
Yeah, I told her that. I told Danny don't say nothing, and like he's still like, you know, because he really wanted me to be happy. Yeah. Because I'm like, I've been going to, so all my life I lived in Brooklyn, so I came here like freshman year of high school. So and we started going out senior year. So from like the middle of freshman year, so it would be like, I think I can say like almost 3.5 years I've been like friends with Danny, because I was going to him for my haircut. So 3.5 years, you know. So it's like, I really didn't think he was gonna say nothing, but he really wanted me to be happy, and he felt like he can get Ed to change, which I think he kind of did. You know, I'm thankful.
Oh yeah, he did. Honestly,
I'm honestly thankful to him, because like if it wasn't for him, we would have never like she would have never told her father, and boy, I would have kept sneaking around.
I'm like
screw that. I was sneaking around forever. You know, I was like hiding under beds, running away. You know, I was doing all that.
No, okay. So, but my dad, like after the whole situation when he found out whatever, he was like still low-key mad, because like I feel like he didn't expect me. I don't think he was racist. I think it's like more like he was stereotypical, like oh, like
I'm a beater.
I'm gonna beat her. Like he's gonna beat me or whatever. He's like, that's what they do to their wives, you know, like all that stuff, which is wrong, because I feel like everybody should be equal. But he ended up changing his mind. Like he met him, and then he started like warming up to him, and then noticed that he was actually a good guy. Like he wasn't doing nothing bad, and now God, it's like a son to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and this, that, like he really loves him. So it turned out good, and now he's like, you know, he's like, I was wrong. He even told him like, you know, I was wrong and all that stuff.
It wasn't like that in the beginning though. Yeah, but was I hiding all the time? I remember I met him for the first time. It was her, you know.
We went to get prom just.
Yeah, he knew we were going out for like 3 months now, right? And then she told him, I'm going to prom, and I'm going with this boy, you know, my boyfriend. You already know about him. And that was the first time I met him. I said, hey, what's up? His hands like could cover my whole entire face, by the way. So I was like, hey, you know, and I had big hands too, but like his hands devoured my hands.
Cause it's like wide.
Yeah, so I was like, hey, what's up? Da da, man. And then like we went in the car, and like it wasn't that bad, you know. But I was really quiet. we went all the way to pick a prom dress out. We chose a prom dress, and then, you know, I think he met me like 2-3 times after that. And then later on, he met me on prom day. You know, that was like the first time like I actually talked to him, and it was good. And then like little by little, you know, I started coming home. He started seeing me a little more. I got really close to her brothers.
Yeah, he's close to all my family.
Yeah, I'm close to all their family, but like I was really like always around, especially with her 2 oldest brothers. I was always playing football or basketball with them, and they're like low key my little brothers. And like we were always together, and then like he started noticing me around a lot more. Started talking, and then it was just like, you know, of course, Anna's a great guy. You know?
Oh my God, gassing himself
of course,
up.
I'm a great guy. Like I am the best this world has to offer.
Oh my God, dude.
So I hit it off with him. And now, you know, like I love her dad and he loves me, and we have like a good relationship, you know?
Yeah, so I think it went from like him like not wanting me to date him at all. Like he would literally at all costs to be like try to bash him, like for me not to go out with him and all this stuff. And now it's like,
I hope he thinks I have a nice smile now.
oh my God, you know we should ask him.
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna ask him that. I'm gonna ask him. I'll be like, yo, so when my teeth messed up, like, do I have a nice smile or what? See what you say.
My situation ended good. Like,
yeah, her situation, and mine's is
a whole nother story.
Just starting to warm up. Yeah. Just starting to warm up. Right now, as we make this video, it is just like, it's like war. You know, it was like cold. It was like the Cold War for 4 years. And now,
Cold War? Where are you getting these references?
From like, you know, when like the nuclear Cold War.
Is that like Russia?
This is why you need to go back to history class.
Bro, I'm like,
I was a grade A student. I got 95 on my U.S. history exam.
Did you really?
Yeah, it was 95 and an 89. I promise, and an 89 on my global. Boy, I'm smart. You don't know.
Oh, I got like an 83. I think.
Yeah, so it was like the Cold War, you know.
And you know what's crazy? A lot of people were failing that one too. Yeah, I literally had seniors trying to copy off me.
This is story time.
Oh, sorry. That'll be another story for another time.
Great. So, okay, so then we oh yeah, so it's just on the warm up. Like it's just on the warm up.
So I think like we should start from the beginning.
Yeah, start from the beginning.
Okay, so obviously
the reason I told
both of our stories are completely separate, even though they kind of base into the same thing. It was just like outside of race. And my dad just, you know, whatever.
Yeah, he warmed up because he never really had a problem with like, cause you know her problem. You know, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I think it's like her problem was race. You know, mine's is like religion. Like religion is a lot harder to bend. You know what I mean? Like for my dad and my mom to accept the fact that I'm with a Spanish girl is a way bigger difference than her dad to just expect.
You just said race. I'm Spanish, so that means I'm race. Stupid.
Or whatever the case may be. It's harder for my parents to accept her than her dad was for me, you know, because I'm like, that's just how he is. My parents are a little more close-minded.
Mine was just more like daddy's little girl,
you know, and mine's are like close-minded. Like, it's not Annan's this, Annan's that. It's not she's bad. It's just like, I'm Muslim and she's not Muslim, and that's the problem.
And like you said, you can't have girlfriends. So.
Yeah, you know, she can be anything, but as long as if she's not Muslim, it's like a big problem. So it is what it is, you know. But at least it's like warming up a little bit, certain aspects.
You're not starting from the beginning. You're just
the beginning. Oh, the reason I told my parents, you know, she told me after her dad found out, right? Oh, if you really love me, Annie, if you really love me, you would go home and tell your parents right now. And I was like,
but I didn't know the consequences.
Not a great idea. That is not a great idea. She's like, no, you're just with me to be with me.
You know, some guys, they'd be like, oh, I can't tell my parents because this, that. And I'm like, yeah, you're just trying to get
bro, I was never that type of guy, but you know.
Okay, yeah, but how was I supposed to know that? Like, I was trying to be smart about the situation. Like, it didn't make sense to me because I never got into,
well, now you know.
The religion and stuff
now you know what happened.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, we went through hell for like 4 years. I went through hell for 4 years because of her, you know. I was like thrown in that fire. Every single day coming home, like bitterness towards me, madness towards me. I was arguing, I was fighting, I was punching walls, you know. Cause you can see, like you saw, she pranked me with my the PS4 crap, and I punched the damn wall. That's just what I do. I'm very angry sometimes, and like I was coming home every day punching the wall. My mom thought, what did my mom? You know, recently my sister told me, like for all the Paki people out there. It's like when you like blow in the water, like you read something and you blow in the water and you drink it, it's supposed to be good. She had like she had somebody blowing in my water and drinking me because she thought I was going crazy, punching the wall and shit because I was so angry. That's what my sister just told me. I swear to God, she was like, oh, you know, mom thought you were going through something, like you was punching walls and something was like, you're just always so angry, so mom was giving you the water and then you started calming down and mom believed in it more. I was like, no, I just started calming down because I was like, there's no point in punching these walls and there's no reason of screaming. Like now I come home, I'm so happy. Like for the last 2 years I've been like this.
Oh, but I think you're missing. I think you're missing key parts. Like,
what?
Since he's not allowed to have a girlfriend, he had to pretend to break up with me.
Yes.
So that's.
Oh no, no. Let me tell you. When I came home and I told my parents, let me tell them that.
Oh, okay.
So I come home and I'm like, yo, mom, you know. I sit down in the room.
I'm really curious.
Yeah, I sit down.
I wish I would have seen your face.
Yo,
like,
I was scared. I was shaking all day. I was shaking all day. I'm in the room with her, right? And I'm like, mom, I have something to tell you. I was like, you know the girl I've been talking to? Because I was always talking to her on the phone. I was like, she's just my friend. And I was like, she's my girlfriend. My mom was like, what'd you say? And I was like,
what'd you say?
She's my girlfriend. And my mom was like, oh no, 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 no. No, see, this is too far now. This is too far. Now I have to tell your dad. I was like, why? Why? Why you gotta do that? Yeah, like, why? She's like, no, I gotta tell him. And she tells him, and he comes in the room. He's like, are you gonna marry this girl? And I was like, nope. I've only been with her for like 3 months, you know? Yeah. I was like 3 months in. I was like, nope.
And we're still young. We're like 17.
And my mom was like, my dad was like, so you want to have a girlfriend and you don't even marry her? I was like, I might want to marry her. So you want to marry outside the race? It was like literally a question. No matter how I answered it, it was wrong. Like no matter what I said to that question, it was wrong. You know? So he was mad. And he was like, that's it, I'm taking all your stuff away. And it was just like a big problem. And I started screaming. I was like, oh, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this. I'm like the best kid ever. And like the one thing I have, I can't even control it. Because you know, I always say it, like love you can't control. If I love her, I love her. I can't control who I love. Smoking and doing all these other things, you know, drugs. That's my choice. I can choose not to do that. But I can't choose who to love. You love who you love, you hate who you hate. You don't choose that, it just happens. So that's what I was trying to explain to them. They wasn't seeing it, you know. It was just like this whole Muslim wall in front of them, and that's it.
He's a Muslim wall.
Yeah, that's what it was, you know, and that's it. They wasn't seeing past that. They wasn't gonna see like this is a good girl. They wasn't gonna see this is a bad girl. Nothing. They made the decision solely off the fact that she was a Muslim, and I was like in high school, so you know, whatever the case may be. So then I had to pretend. So then I refused to like let it go. 2-3 weeks I kept on.
Did we have a conversation maybe about like just dropping it? I don't remember.
Maybe I don't even remember.
Yeah,
honestly.
it was so long ago, but I feel bad because like damn, like I didn't know that was gonna be.
All this.
I didn't know that was gonna be the consequence. Like if he would have like obviously I wouldn't think I would have believed you. Honestly, if you would have told me, because I would have thought it was like lies.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, what the hell, bro? So I was doing everything, you know.
But in a way, I feel like it was a test. Like it was good though, because it did prove. Didn't you say it proved to you that like?
It did prove to me one thing.
Yeah.
You know, it proved to me that I really do love her. Like as a packy boy with religious parents, had the nerve to go to them and be like, I have a girl and she's not even Muslim. Like, first of all, I had a girl, that's bad enough, and now she's not even Muslim. That was a big thing for me, you know. And it proved to me, okay, you know what? I just did this big ass thing for her. Okay, I really do love her. I'm not just saying I love her to say it, like I really do. And it proved to her that, okay, this boy is crazy.
Yeah, like
now he's going through hell.
I feel like it was like as time went on, like the more like what was happening, I realized I was like, okay, wow, that was like a really big deal, because I didn't know it was a big deal to me, like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was
a big deal though.
But
it was bad. It was bad. And then they were like, oh, you gotta go. So I was like, freak, alright, bet, I'm gone. Right? I started packing my shit, and then my dad came in, and he was like, what did he say to me? He was like, I told you to get out, and you're really gonna get out? So it was like, you know when a girl tells you, okay, we're over, and you're like, K? Oh, really? That's all I get is a K?
It's like you don't really want them to
Yes, he was like, oh, when I told you that, you should have been at your mom's feet saying, I'm so sorry, I'm not gonna do this. And I was like, no, I don't feel like that.
The stubborn teen boy.
Yeah, I was like, no, I don't feel like that, I'm leaving. And da da da. And then like, I had a whole conversation with me, and I was like, okay, fine, you know what? I'm just gonna break up with her. And then they were like, okay, fine. And then even after that, I was always sneaking around. My dad was following me.
Oh remember? My god, I remember that time.
Oh god.
No, there was a time, literally we went to go shopping. Was it for first year
of college? For school, yeah, first year of college.
Yeah, we went to get some books by where we lived.
He was behind me, yo.
And literally, he walked from his house to my house, right? He picked me up, right? And we're holding hands or whatever, we're going like that, and we're walking. And then all of a sudden, Oh, you see this?
Yeah.
First off, his dad looks very scary. Oh my god, he's like I swear, I feel like your dad is scarier than my dad.
Not really.
I think
so. They'll be equal, honestly. Your dad's just like really big. My dad just has like a mean mugging face.
No, but he's wrong.
Yeah, but like my dad's mean mugging face is the thing. Like his face, he's like mean mugging.
Whatever. Anyway, all you see is him in the back far distance.
Yeah, taking pictures. I was manipulative. I was manipulative.
Taking pictures, right? And literally I turned to him and I was like, oh shoot. And then I literally dropped his hand and I started speeding walk home, right? Because I was like 2 blocks away from my house anyway. And he going to his dad and he's like trying to figure out, all I see in the distance is him and his dad like
I was arguing with him,
mad
and I was like, no, I'm gonna go drop her off, you know, and I left. And
then and he ended up coming to drop me off. But I was like, you know, you can literally go, I'll be okay.
Like, that was crazy.
That day was scary. I think that day was scary.
Yeah, I was manipulative because like every time he was like, I saw him with the girl, I'd be like, no, and I would like lie my way out of it to my mom. I would just be like, no, you know, I would never do that. I was lying through my skin. I was lying. And
which is bad.
But like now that day, my dad was taking pictures and he showed the pictures to my mom. See, look, yo was taking his side, right? I know he won't do this. He won't look at this. And I saw my mom's heart drop, my heart dropped, and I was just like.
Yeah, like I feel bad.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. But then, you know, I still kept doing what I was doing. So I was like, you know, okay, fine. That's it. Last time, you know. And then 2 years, I was still on it. You know, I was still sneaking around.
Yeah, but at that time, it like calmed down. Like
yeah, their following calmed down because you know what it was? I remember I told you I was always coming home mad. So it was always like something's off. I started coming home happy. I changed I personally like learned to like keep 2 separate sides.
Control your emotions.
Yeah, I was like Hannah Montana. Best of 2 worlds.
Are you kidding? You gonna really reference Hannah Montana?
Yup, I was like with her, and then I took my wig off and I was with my parents. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get
right?
it.
So I was like over here, and I learned how to keep that life separate from my life at home. So I got home, instead of being angry at my parents, I was more appreciative of my parents for everything that they do for me. Yeah, because I always did tell them,
like, they obviously love him, like, you know what I mean?
It's just like one thing, and I understand, so I learned how to, like, because I was really angry with them, I learned how to not be angry and get over the fact that they don't like her. So and they're not giving her a chance, so I was like, forget it, you know what?
And you know what's crazy? I wasn't ever angry, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I
understand, like, you know, religion's a big thing for people, and now that I'm older even more, like, I understand, because, like, you know, what happens, like, when you have kids and stuff like that, like, I understand completely, but I never was angry, I think.
Yeah, she was never angry.
I was just more like, maybe sad.
Yeah,
like,
that they don't want to talk to me.
Nobody wants to talk to me. Like, I was more like hurt. Like, you know,
yeah, I feel
like,
bad.
Just to give me a chance, like, you know.
They wouldn't. They used to. But like, yeah, as I was saying, I learned to hone in on my mom's and dad's like good side. Everything they do for me, because I have great parents. Honestly,
and that's exactly what also too we didn't post on social media.
Yeah, because I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
And we didn't want to put nobody like.
If you don't know Packy cousins, goddamn, they are the worst type of people.
That's mean.
They're the worst. Packy people are the worst. You can act. They know. Anybody that went through the same thing, anybody that know, you know, every Packy person is a leg puller. That's what I call them. They're leg pullers. Every time you try to go up, they try to pull you right back down. You try to go up, they pull you right. The most supportive Packy people are the Packy people you don't know. Family though, always pulling you down.
That's so mean.
Pulling you down. No one will have your back. No one will be like, oh, you know what? Let's try to convince something. No, they'll be like, oh, you know, your boyfriend has this. This is big saying. Remember I told you?
What?
Do you still remember how to say it? Log.
Lokya kehenge.
Yo, lokya kehenge. What will people say? That's the Packy people's motto. That is their motto. What will people say? Lokya kehenge. And it's a stupid ass motto, because you should never be thinking about what other people are saying, you know? It's what makes you happy, and you do what makes you happy, you know? Not, oh, I can't do this because, you know, what will that person say? I can't do this because what that person say? Oh man, I'm gaining a little bit of weight. What is everyone gonna say? They're gonna make fun of me. Fuck that shit. If you wanna eat, you eat. You wanna be fat, you be fat. Okay, I'm sorry. You wanna be fat, you be fat. You know, I hate all that. I hate all that. Why are you basing your happiness off of them? What does it matter what they will say? You know? So you're gonna be sad to please them? Please a bunch of haters? Like, screw that, man. I'm sorry, the camera just cut off. So I was just saying, no one should base their decisions off of what other people will say.
Which I agree. I don't disagree.
And I wasn't getting caught anymore, by the way. I wasn't getting caught anymore. I was like really.
But I think it was because it's been so long and like the really.
Yeah, I was. You know, I would like to say I was like a pro at sneaking around.
Oh my god, no.
I got a car, so like it made it easy because now my dad can't follow me in footsteps. You know, I was like, you know, one time my dad saw because my mom tried to follow me once. And she lost me, yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, she tried to follow me and she lost me, right? And then when we came back home and my dad was like, oh, you can't keep up with him because my dad was such a pro at following me. And he was like, once he turns the corner, he's gone.
I still can't get over the fact that he was taking pictures like that's so funny to me.
It was pretty crazy.
It's
But
like
that day, that's what he told my mom. He was like, once he turns the corner, he's gone. Like, I know you didn't see, because my mom was like, I saw him all the way down here. My dad was like, I know you didn't see him there because by the time you turn the corner, that boy disappears. Like, I'm gone. Like, I don't know what I did, but I was gone.
You know what it is? Because he's tall, so I feel like his legs...
Speed walking, you know, speed walking.
Extra the length or whatever.
So I used to disappear. Okay, so we told you the beginning of how our father found out. Told you the middle, where I was always sneaking around and I went through like this big thing. And now I'm going to show you... Well, I don't think we're at the end yet. Because the end will be when both of our parents... Well, her parents are already like, hey, I need my parents to like fully accept it. That will be the end. But we're not at the end yet. But the reason we started posting was...
YouTube is one.
YouTube. We decided to do a YouTube channel, you know? And I talked to my mom about it. And like, I think my mom like understood, you know, it's like 5 years. And I'm like still with that same person. So there has to be something there, you know? Like, if they make me... If they forced me to marry somebody else, which will never happen because I'm very hard-headed. But like, let's say they did. Yeah. You ruined my life. You ruined that person's life. And you ruined her life. And that's what I was explaining to my mom. So she was really like talking to me about it. And I was just like, you know, like it's a bunch of bull crap. And I was like, you know, preaching that what would people say crap. Like, forget about it. Like, you know, you should care about my happiness and only my happiness, you know. At the end of the day, it's like... I still have like 80 years to go, and what do you want me to be miserable for those 80 years? Because maybe the love of my life, like I consider her the love of my life, but like if she's gone, my soulmate.
So like, why you looked at me like that?
Because I knew you was gonna be like,
I did not say anything. I didn't even smile. Let me keep it in.
So like, let's say she's my soulmate, and you like make me not go with her just because she's not Muslim, and you make me go with somebody else, and now like 3 lives are ruined. You know, maybe I'm never gonna find my soulmate again, because I feel like there's only one soulmate out there for you.
And I also feel like it was a good story to tell people because there are people
it's
like
Romeo
us.
And Juliet.
No, but there are people who have that problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know.
Like the interracial like couples and stuff like that. And a lot of people deal with it, but not a lot of people talk about it. You know what I mean? I have people.
It's not an easy road.
Yeah,
by no means. Not. Like I'm not gonna sit here and tell you like.
Like some people give up. Honestly.
Yeah, like some people give up and be like, you know what, screw it. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. We're not gonna be together. We're not gonna be together. No. What kind of love was it if you gave it up so easily, you know?
Was it really love?
Yeah, was it really love? Like, this is real love. Like, I will fight for her for the end of the time, you know? I'll just keep fighting and fighting.
I used to fight with my dad about you a lot. Yeah. Like, I would, like, be crying sometimes. It's like, because I was so frustrated and angry. Like, I was like, he is good. Like, you know what I mean? He's not a bad person, you know?
He's the best.
And then, like I said, obviously, and like, he finally saw through. But it was hard. Can you shut up?
Yeah, so.
But I hope like this story like motivates other people.
You know.
To like stick with it, you know.
Yeah, don't give up.
And
screw that.
If you really love the person.
Yeah, if you need to hide it, hide it. You know, a time will come. Maybe that wasn't the time to tell them. Maybe when they realize that you're with this person for so long, then you tell them now, like, it'll get somewhere. Like for me, like it's going somewhere with my mom. She watches our YouTube videos. She sees her prank me. She sees the challenges, and she's like, when I tell you, she laughs 24/7 at them. Like all she does is laugh. She comes over and she's like, hi, like, you know, they say hi. The other day she was over, and my mom forgot to give her food, and she was leaving. Yeah, like, you know, like if you know, like for like my mom, I don't know if it's like all Pakistani families, but like my mom, when you bring a guest over, if I bring any of my friends over, they love to feed them, and if they don't feed them, they feel bad. So she was over, my mom couldn't feed her. She was gone, and my mom calls me. She's like, "Oh, tell Farrah I'm so sorry. I didn't give her nothing to eat." And I was like, "It's okay. You know, she's on the phone. It's okay." My mom's like, "No, you take her out and you buy her something." And I was like, "Okay." So I took her to the store, you know, got her smoothie and stuff.
Yeah.
But like my mom was really honest, so like I really feel like you know, now that my mom's so past the race, like my mom really likes her. My dad is still like another story. He doesn't even know.
Scared.
You know. Because my dad's a little more closed-minded. So it's like I could have this conversation with him, and hopefully he like, you know. So the story's not over yet. There's still more, and we hope that we are around long enough on YouTube, you know, and I could tell you we're still gonna be on IG, and we're gonna tell you one day like if my dad came around or not, because he's the last missing piece. He's like the masterpiece of the puzzle. As soon as he connects, that's it. Puzzle's over. So we got like what, 2 parts down. It's just like this last part, and it needs to come through. Well, there's a lot of parts: falling in love, understanding that you really want to be together, forcing yourself to do stuff, come out your comfort zone. So there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. He's the last one, you know. He's the last one, which he should feel bad about, kind of. I'm joking. I'm joking. He should be like, oh, like all these puzzles are complete, and I'm the only piece. Like, why you want to be that lonely piece? Just come on, Dad. Come on, come through. Hopefully he does come through one day, man. That's what I could hope for. So that was that. That's our story.
Yep, the big 5-year-long story.
Yeah, it's a 5-year story. How our parents tried to keep us apart. That's it. We'll see you again next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
And thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Remember, if you love someone, you keep on.
Oh my.
Don't give up. You keep on.
Good
you
advice.
keep on. Just keep on. If you love someone, you keep on, and eventually everything, the universe will help you. I'm serious. I feel like that. Yeah. You keep a positive outlook, the universe will help you to be with them. It's working for us right now. We're like living, breathing proof, I think. Yeah, living, breathing proof we are here. So it's gonna work out. You keep on with it, and remember, like I said before, like, comment, subscribe.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Follow us on IG.
Oh my.
We be popping up there.
Yeah, we try to post as many like.
Yeah, as many as you can.
Like,
you know, it's hard though, cause like I work a lot. Like 40-50 hours, and I go to school. The only reason I'm able to like juggle this right now is because, you know, I'm like school's over. But once school starts again, it's gonna be even harder. But I will keep on, you know. I'm keep on putting up challenges and whatnot. Follow us on IG. Make sure. Yeah. Don't forget.
Oh, because that's where we keep everybody updated.
Yeah, you know what to do. Like sometimes what the next videos are,
or like polls and stuff like that.
Yeah. So it's Interacial, Farrah Rios. Follow us, and peace.
Bye, guys.
See you next time.